अगर आप फाइनेंस के रोल्स में इंटरेस्टेड हो एंड फाइनेंस में अपना करियर बनाना चाहते हो, then in this video I will let you know about the 5 skills that you must have. Also, I will let you know the courses or the resources that you can use to learn them. Remember, whichever field you are interested in, whether it is investment banking or corporate finance or private equity, venture capital, markets, whatever it is, these 5 skills will be applicable in each and every field. And remember, if you're planning to pursue MBA in future, you do not need a formal degree like CA or CFA to get into these roles. Yes, those degrees can definitely help to give you a shortlist into these roles. However, that is not something which is very mandatory to get in. And having said that, during the interview, you will always be judged on these 5 skills at least. And if you do not have them, there is no way you can get in. So let's deep dive into each of them. So the first skill is financial reporting and analysis, and ये एक बहुत important skill है जो B schools में first term में ही सिखा दिया जाता है. And in this you have to understand the different financial statements of a company. For example, the balance sheet, the cash flow statement, and the income statement. You have to know how to read these financial statements and also to analyze them to understand the financial health of a company. So basically क्या होता है, अगर मैं आपसे पूछूं कि किसी कंपनी का लायबिलिटी क्या है या फिर प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी क्या है या फिर कोई फाइनेंशियल रेशियो फाइंड करने बोले लाइक अ क्विक रेशियो, you should know which financial statement you should refer to and from where you can get that data. So this skill is so important that it serves as a prerequisite for the second and the third skill as well. So इस skill का in-depth knowledge is very very important. So ये skill सीखना कहाँ से है? So there is a channel on YouTube by the name Financial Statement Analysis and Reporting. So यहाँ एक IIT रुड़की के प्रोफेसर है जो आपको end-to-end preparation on financial statements करवा देंगे. You probably won't need anything more than this. So I've dropped the link for that YouTube channel in my description. You can check that out. On top of this, if you think that you need more preparation, probably you can go for another course on Udemy. That's a course which will cost you around 500-600 rupees. So you can buy that as well. However, I think that this particular YouTube channel should cover your end-to-end preparation and you won't need anything else. And after you're done with the course, I will recommend you to go to a website to further increase your knowledge. This website is Screener and it's very good for fundamentally analyzing the stocks and very useful for reading the financial statements of different Indian companies. So for example, if I go to this website and type Asian Paints, it will show me the different financial statements, that is the balance sheet, profit loss statement, and the cash flow statement of Asian Paints. So try to read these financial statements, try to read in between the lines, and once you read financial statements of companies from different sectors, you will have a lot of confidence to master this skill. So the next important skill is financial modeling. And यहाँ पर imagine if a company wants to launch a new project or enter a new line of business, then it has to project what will be the future performance of that project and will it bring any benefits or not. That is where financial modeling comes into the picture. You will try to understand what will be the projected revenue and what will be the expenses and try to predict the net present value, that is what we call the NPV, or the internal rate of return, IRR. That will tell you the financial feasibility of the project and whether you should go ahead or not. Then there are financial ratios that you can use to understand the financial health of the company, and there can be sensitivity analysis involved as well. That is, you change one particular parameter and you try to understand what all things in the project will change, what all financial metrics will change, and make a decision based on that volatility as well. So these are some broad areas that are covered in financial modeling, definitely a lot more as well. However, in a nutshell, you can say that financial modeling helps us predict the future performance of any new line of business or a new project or a health of a company in general. And to learn this skill, there is a course on Coursera, which is a specialization on 5 different courses. So ये थोड़ा सा advanced specialization है, which basically covers even the probabilistic models like Monte Carlo simulation, even regression models. आप ये specialization का individual courses जाके audit कर सकते हो for absolutely free. You do not need the certificate, so don't go for buying one. However, अगर आपको इतना advanced course नहीं करना है, then you can try a Udemy course as well, which will cover your financial statements, valuation, and financial modeling. Everything again will cost you around 600-700 rupees, but आपको एक कोर्स में काफी कुछ मिल जाएगा वहां पर भी. So I've dropped the link to both of these courses in the description. You can check it out from there. The next skill is valuation, where you try to understand what is the intrinsic value of any company, what is the fair price, or what is the actual value of a particular company. This will be covered in valuation, and in valuation there are different methods to find this fair value. There's discounted cash flow method, which is the most common. Then there is sum of parts method hai, leverage buyout method hai, multiples approach hai that I can remember at this point of time, and a lot of other as well. And you need to have basic knowledge about everything, and definitely discounted cash flow method. तो आपको end to end approach आना चाहिए. Before learning about these models, you should also know a number of other concepts, like there is weighted average cost of capital, cost of equity क्या होता है, cost of debt क्या होता है, and everything. You should know about those things as well. If you have not already done in financial modeling, then abhi kar lena. And the best way to learn about valuation is just one resource you need. That is Aswath Damodaran's YouTube channel. If you just go through the valuation playlist in his channel, it is more than enough to cover everything. Even the most experts and even the most novice or the people who have just started valuation, they also refer to this particular channel, and it's an absolute goldmine for anyone interested in learning valuation. So I've dropped the link to that particular channel in my description. You can check it out there. The next important skill is market analysis or macroeconomics. Especially if you're interested in equity research role, then this particular skill is very important, because here you will be analyzing the broader economy and particular sectors in general. मान लो आपको telecom sector analyze करना है, then you will try to figure out what are the different government initiatives in the sector and how it can impact your company, what are some global players doing in this market, and what is the estimated growth in demand. And बहुत सारे ऐसे broader economic factors होते हैं जो आप try करोगे figure out करने का, and which will help you understand what is going to be the future performance of that sector. आप जो equity research reports देखते हो on the particular stocks, that is buy, hold or sell, तो ये basically equity research analysts निकालते हैं based on their predictions of the broader economy and in general as well. Apart from finance, if you are in any business manager as well, it is very important for you to understand what is happening in the broader economy and how it can impact your particular company. And in any finance interview, you will be asked questions on the major economic or the global events happening and how it is impacting different sectors and different industries. And to stay up to date with this, you have to read newspapers. I can recommend some business newspapers, that is Mint, there is Economic Times, then there is Economist for global news as well. And apart from that, I will recommend you to subscribe to FinShot's newsletter. You can consume that content daily, and that is like really useful to stay up to date with this kind of a subject. I've dropped the link in the caption. You can check it out from there. And apart from these, what you can also do is go to a website, that is Trendline. Here you can click on reports and basically search for any company, and you will see the equity research reports that different brokerage firms have put out. So you can read any of the brokerage reports. Say example, I want to read HDFC Bank or ICICI Bank reports. So that will help me see how these particular brokerage firms analyze a particular company. What are the macroeconomic factors that they include? What do they research on? So that will give me a kind of an idea that what are some factors that even I should look at. The next important skill is data analytics or number crunching. Remember, as a finance professional, you will be dealing with a lot of numbers, so you need to be good at it. And for data analytics, you will be dealing with a lot of data sets. You need to know how to slice dice data to bring meaningful insights out of it. And for data analysis also, if you're not good at Excel, then that is something you should also learn, because that is not something you'll be judged during the interview. However, if you're good with Excel, that will help you a lot during your job. And finally, to learn these skills, if you're not good at Excel, then I would recommend a YouTube channel, that is Trump Excel, which you can watch and learn Excel from the very basic. I've dropped the link again in the description. And once you're done with the Excel course, you can go for some business analytics course with Excel on Coursera. This is another good course where you will learn about what if analysis, regression analysis, and so on. So this is a course that you can do after learning the basics of Excel. All the course links are there in the description. If you're interested in a career in finance, start acquiring these skills. Do subscribe for more such videos, and see you in the next one.